Have you ever wondered why a bunny delivers coloured eggs during a religious holiday? Easter, a holiday celebrated by millions globally, carries a rich tapestry of history, traditions and symbolism that goes far beyond the first blush of bunnies and chocolate eggs. Let's start with the Christian tradition. Easter is celebrated as the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The New Testament of the Bible narrates how Christ was crucified on a Friday and miraculously rose from the dead 3 days later on a Sunday. This event, seen as a triumph over death, is the very heart of Christian belief and the primary reason for Easter celebration. However, like many traditions, Easter's origins might not be as straightforward as they seem. Some historians believe that Easter may have pre-Christian roots, potentially linking back to the pagan festivals of spring. These festivals celebrated the renewal of life and fertility, echoing the themes of resurrection and new beginnings in the Christian tradition of Easter. One such festival was dedicated to the pagan goddess Eostre, also known as Ostara, the goddess of dawn, spring and fertility in Germanic paganism. Intriguingly, the name Easter is thought to have derived from Eostre. The confluence of Christian and pagan traditions isn't unusual. As Christianity spread across Europe, it was common for the Church to incorporate local pagan practices and celebrations into Christian festivals, making the new religion more acceptable to the local populace. Easter, therefore, is a fascinating blend of biblical narrative and ancient springtime celebrations. It's a holiday that carries the weight of sacred religious belief while also echoing the joyous pagan celebrations of spring's arrival. While we may never fully unwrap all the mysteries surrounding Easter's origins, one thing is clear. Easter is a testament to the enduring human spirit, a celebration of renewal, rebirth, and the triumph of life over death. So Easter, a seemingly straightforward holiday, is shrouded in layers of mystery and ancient traditions. Stay tuned as we continue to delve deeper into the intriguing world of Easter in our upcoming scenes. One might ask, why does the date of Easter change every year? Well, the answer lies not in the whims of a capricious calendar, but rather in the moon's phases and the arrival of spring. You see, unlike Christmas, which is rooted firmly on the 25th of December each year, Easter is a movable feast. It dances around our calendars, landing anywhere between the 22nd of March and the 25th of April. But why such an unpredictable date? To answer that, let's turn back the clocks to the early days of Christianity. Early Christians wanted to keep the observance of Easter in line with the Jewish Passover. And Passover, in its turn, is tied to lunar cycles. In the Jewish tradition, Passover starts on the 15th day of Nisan, the first month of the Jewish religious year, which coincides with the full moon following the spring equinox. Now, early Christians wanted to ensure that Easter Sunday fell after the Jewish Passover, as it is believed that Jesus was crucified shortly after the Passover meal. This is why Easter is always observed on the Sunday following the first full moon after the spring equinox. But the plot thickens. You see, the Church decided to use the ecclesiastical full moon rather than the actual full moon, and the ecclesiastical spring equinox, which is fixed on March 21st, regardless of the astronomical circumstances. This decision was made at the First Council of Nicaea in the year 325. The council, convened by Emperor Constantine, sought to unify the date of Easter among all Christian churches, and this formula was the agreed-upon solution. So, while it might seem like Easter hops around our calendar like a bunny in a field, there's a method to the madness. It's all about the moon, the spring equinox, and a desire to honour the historical sequence of events in the Christian tradition. And that, my friends, is why we never quite know when to expect Easter Sunday. But why do we colour eggs on Easter? Well, to understand this, let's take a step back in time to the early days of Christianity in Mesopotamia. Picture a community of devout believers living in a world so different from our own, yet sharing many of our same traditions. Eggs in many cultures have long been a symbol of new life. They represent the mystery of creation, the magic of potential, and the promise of growth. For early Christians, eggs took on an additional layer of meaning. They became a symbol of resurrection, a sign of new life arising from the tomb, just as a bird emerges from an egg. Now, how did the tradition of colouring these eggs come about? There's a poignant tale that has been passed down through the generations. It's said that early Christians in Mesopotamia began the practice of staining eggs red. Why red, you might ask? This was to symbolize the blood of Christ, shed during his crucifixion. The red eggs were then shared among the community, a shared symbol of their faith and a reminder of the sacrifice Christ made. Over time, the tradition of coloring eggs spread. It traveled from Mesopotamia to Greece, then Rome, and eventually it reached every corner of the Christian world. The practice evolved too. Eggs were not only dyed red, but a multitude of colors. They became a canvas for expressing creativity, for celebrating the vibrancy of life, and for sharing in the joy of Easter. Today, this tradition continues alive and well. Families gather around kitchen tables, dipping eggs into cups of dye and waiting for the color to take hold. Children's faces light up with delight as they pull a bright blue or pink egg from the dye, a tangible link to a tradition that's thousands of years old. So the next time you're coloring eggs, remember, you're partaking in a tradition that's thousands of years old. And what about the Easter Bunny? Where did he hop in from? Well, let's take a trip back in time to unravel this charming tale. Our story begins not in a burrow, but across the Atlantic with German immigrants settling in America during the 18th century. They came bearing their culture, their hopes, and their traditions. Among them was the legend of the Osterhase, or the Easter hare. In German folklore, this industrious rabbit was said to lay eggs, which were eagerly hunted by children on Easter morning. As the tale goes, the Easter hare would reward well-behaved children with eggs, candy, and toys the night before Easter. The children would build nests for the Easter hare to lay its coloured eggs. Over time, these nests evolved into the colourful Easter baskets we know and adore today. But how did a hare come to be associated with egg delivery, you ask? Well, both hares and eggs are potent symbols of fertility and new life, echoing the themes of rebirth and renewal intrinsic to the Easter celebration. As the German immigrants made America their new home, so too did the Easter hare, but with a slight twist. The hare transformed into a bunny, a creature more familiar and endearing to the American populace. This bunny, however, maintained the industrious egg-laying habits of its German predecessor, and thus the Easter Bunny as we know it was born. The tradition caught on, spreading from the small communities of German immigrants to the wider American society. The Easter Bunny has since hopped its way into the hearts of children and adults alike, not only in America but around the world, bringing joy, laughter, and of course a bounty of Easter eggs. And so the Easter Bunny, an immigrant in his own right, found a new home in the hearts of millions. Easter, as we know it today, is a blend of traditions and customs from different cultures and eras. It's a vibrant tapestry woven from threads of history, society, and spirituality, with each strand adding a unique colour to the celebration we relish today. In the heart of this evolution lies adaptability. Over the centuries, Easter has nimbly danced with the changing times, absorbing elements of different cultures and morphing to fit societal shifts. It's like a river, carving its course through time, adapting to the terrain yet remaining true to its essence. The earliest roots of Easter trace back to the pagan festival of Eostre, celebrating the goddess of spring and fertility. As Christianity spread across Europe, elements of this festival were incorporated into the Christian celebration of Christ's resurrection, creating a blend of the sacred and the secular. With the passage of time, Easter has become a harmonious symphony of diverse traditions. The Easter Bunny, a symbol of fertility from Germanic folklore, hopped into the scene in the Middle Ages and has been delivering chocolate and joy ever since. The colourful tradition of Easter eggs, a symbol of new life, has origins in the Christian community of Mesopotamia and has since become a worldwide phenomenon. In the modern era, Easter has further evolved to reflect contemporary values and practices. The holiday is no longer just a religious event, but also a cultural celebration, marked by family gatherings, community egg hunts, and lavish feasts. Commercialization has added another layer to the celebration, with Easter bonnets, chocolate bunnies, and marshmallow chicks filling shop shelves. Yet amidst all these changes, the core of Easter remains unaltered. It's still a time of renewal, a time to celebrate life, hope, and the miracle of resurrection. It's a testament to the enduring power of tradition and the ability of a holiday to evolve, adapt, and stay relevant through centuries. Easter, a celebration of life, resurrection, and new beginnings, truly has a history as colourful as the eggs it's known for. As we come towards the end of our journey through the captivating history of Easter, we'd like to take a moment to thank you, our dear viewers, for being a part of this exploration. We hope you've enjoyed unraveling the mysteries and traditions of this vibrant celebration as much as we have. If you found this video enlightening and entertaining, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Your support truly means the world to us. We also encourage you to join in on the conversation. What's your favorite Easter tradition? Do you have a unique Easter custom in your family or community? We'd love to hear your stories and thoughts in the comment section below. And remember, if you found value in this video and want to stay updated with our future explorations into various topics, do hit that subscribe button. We promise to keep delivering content that motivates, inspires, and sparks curiosity. Together, let's keep learning, growing, and celebrating the fascinating world we live in. Thank you once again, and until next time, stay curious.